We're talking about massive shakeups on the offensive line that nobody saw coming. Major defensive reinforcements finally making their return after being out for weeks. And an injury report that's got the entire organization on edge ahead of Monday Night Football. Ryan Poles and Ben Johnson just made moves that could completely change this team's future. And you're about to hear exclusive inside info that will blow your mind. If you dip out now, you'll miss the most important Bears news of the week. Hang tight till the end because this is about to go off. Theo Benedette is officially your new starting left tackle for the Chicago Bears. I'll be straight with you, my first reaction to this was, finally, somebody at Hollis Hall is making the tough calls. For years, we've watched this organization keep guys in their spots out of loyalty or because they were high draft picks. Ben Johnson just proved things are going to be different around here. Let's paint the picture. Braxton Jones has held down the left tackle spot since he rolled in as a 5th-round pick. In 2022, the guy literally started as a rookie protecting the blind side something barely any day. 3 player pulls off in today's NFL. Mad respect for that. But here's what nobody likes to admit. Jones just isn't the same player this year. Maybe it's that ankle injury over the offseason. Maybe teams have more tape on him. Whatever it is, his play just dropped off. Big time. So fast forward to week 4 against the Raiders. Darnell Wright goes down with an elbow injury, so Johnson throws Benedette in at right tackle. Mid-game, the coaches don't like what they're seeing out of Jones on the left. So boom, they flip the script, Benedette to left tackle. Rookie Ozzie Trapilo to right. And suddenly the O-line settles down just enough for us to pull out a 25-24 win. Now, I know a lot of you are thinking, but Pro Football Focus graded Benedette terribly. Know what I say to that? PFF isn't everything. Coaches see stuff in the film room that stats don't show. They watch the footwork, how a guy talks with the rest of the line, if they're actually running the scheme right. Johnson clearly saw something in Benedette he liked better than what Jones was giving him. Here's what's wild about Benedette: he played his college ball up in Canada. Didn't go to Alabama or Ohio State. This dude was at University of British Columbia. Came to the Bears as an undrafted free agent in 2024. Spent his whole rookie year on the practice squad. And now, less than a year later, he's protecting Caleb Williams' blind side on Monday Night Football. If that's not movie material, I don't know what is. But this isn't just some feel-good story. This changes everything for the O-line's future. Braxton Jones is in a contract year. He's a free agent after this season. The Bears can keep Benedette on a rookie deal through 2027. You've got Trapilo, who looked good against the Raiders, and Kieran Amagaji waiting in the wings. So tell me this, if Benedette holds it down on Monday night and for the rest of the season, why on earth spend cash to re-sign Jones in free agency? Especially since we want Wright locked in long-term. He was our first-rounder last year. The salary cap's real, folks. Poles has to make smart moves. Here's the piece no one's talking about. ESPN reported Jones might never have gotten fully right from that off-season ankle thing. He never showed up on the official injury report, but that doesn't mean he's 100%. Maybe he just needs time to heal up all the way. Maybe this is about both performance and health. I'm calling it now. This is the right move. Jones gave us the solid years at left tackle as a 5th-rounder, more than anyone expected. But this is a production league. If Benedette gives Caleb better protection, then Benedette's the one who has to play. End of story. Let me just add this. Ben Johnson's not messing around. He came from Detroit, where they had one of the best lines in football the last few years. He knows what he needs for his system to click. If he says Benedette's the guy, then I trust his evaluation. All the pressure's on Benedette Monday night. Washington's bringing Dante Fowler and Dorrance Armstrong off the edge. They're no Myles Garrett, but they can create problems. If Benedette has a rough night, every analyst in Chicago is gonna say Johnson screwed up. But I'm telling you, give the kid a legit shot. He earned this in practice and with his limited snaps. If that got you hyped, listen to this. On defense, we're about to get reinforcements we haven't seen all year. And it's coming at exactly the right time. Kyler Gordon is finally good to go and making his season debut after being out with a hamstring. And let me be clear, we're not just getting any cornerback back. Gordon signed a 3-year, $40 million extension in the offseason, making him the highest paid slot corner in the NFL. $40 million for a slot corner. That tells you all you need to know about how this front office rates Gordon. And you know what? He's worth every cent. In his 3 years as a Bear, Gordon's logged 107 tackles, 5 picks, and 17 passes defended in 42 games. Those are flat-out elite numbers for a slot corner, with basically every team running 3 or 4 receivers all game. Having a dominant slot corner is just vital. But here's what has me fired up: Gordon's off the injury report entirely. That means he's fully healthy, totally game ready, no snap count restrictions. After 5 weeks watching the secondary struggle, especially in the slot, getting Gordon back is like signing a top free agent mid-season now. I know some fans worry because Gordon hasn't played all season. What about his conditioning? What if he's rusty? I'll tell you, the guy's a pro. He's been practicing, working with the squad during the bye. Hammies are tricky. You don't want to rush back and flare it up. But team doctors and trainers say he's ready. But Gordon's not the only big piece coming back. Austin Booker, our defensive end, is eligible to get activated off IR. He got hurt on special teams in preseason game 2, so we haven't even seen him this year. He got in a full week of practice, and if he's good for Monday, that's major depth for the rotation. And talk about perfect timing, Grady Jarrett's out for Monday with a knee injury. Jarrett has quietly been a reliable piece up front, so losing him stings. But if Booker's set to go, that helps cushion the blow. Big picture, we're facing Washington and their number 1 rushing attack, 156.5 yards per game, best in football. And us, we're giving up 106.4.5 yards per game on the ground. That's just asking for trouble if we're not healthy. But look at who's full go at practice. Jaquan Brisker at safety, TJ Edwards at linebacker, Kyler Gordon at corner, Jonah Jackson on the O-line. We're healthier now than we've been all year, maybe even better than in preseason. Dennis Allen, our DC, finally gets all his pieces on the field. And believe me, Allen's built run-stopping defenses in both New Orleans and Vegas. He just needs his guys available to make it work. So here's my question: if Gordon and Booker are back and ball out, and this defense finally stops the run, doesn't that turn the whole season around? Suddenly, it's not a wasted development year. It's a team that might compete every week. But I've got concerns too. Washington's QB Jaden Daniels isn't your average rookie. He's playing like he's been in the league 5 years. And if we can't slow down Jake Rikowski-Merritt, their back, who's ripping off 6.6 yards a carry, we're in for a long night no matter who comes back. Still, Gordon's return is the biggest deal. Getting your highest paid slot cornerback right as you face a mobile quarterback like Daniels? That's not a coincidence, that's perfect timing. And just when you thought that was it, let me give you the complete health picture heading into Monday Night Football. Because there are some things you've got to know. Colston Loveland is questionable with a hip injury. This, folks, is a real problem for us. Loveland's been a go-to for Caleb Williams in the passing game. At tight end, he's money for those third and shorts. Those bootlegs where the QB needs a quick escape hatch. If Loveland can't go, or if he's limited, it shrinks what Ben Johnson can do with the playbook. And FL Network's Tom Pelissero reported specifically that Loveland is questionable. And that's a genuine concern for me. I mean, look, he practiced on a limited basis all week, but was a full go Saturday. That's a good sign, right? But the fact he's still listed as questionable the day before the game means there's real doubt he can get through all 4 quarters. And here's the kicker. We're facing a Washington defense playing super aggressive under Dan Quinn. If Loveland can't help with pass pro or give Williams those underneath options, that makes life 10 times harder for our rookie QB. But not all news is bad. Cairo Santos, our kicker, is also questionable but practiced all week. Santos tweaked his thigh against the Raiders on September 28th. Missed a couple kickoffs that game, but looks ready for Monday. Johnson wouldn't confirm if backup kicker Jake Moody will be active just in case. He said, "We'll have a plan and make sure everything's covered." That's coach speak for not giving away our backup plan, but it tells me there's still some worry about Santos maybe re-aggravating the injury now. Here's the full list of guys who were limited, but went full in practice Saturday, and have been taken off the injury report. This matters. Jaquan Brisker with a quad, TJ Edwards with a hammy, Kyler Gordon with a hammy like we talked about, Jonah Jackson with ribs, Kyle Monange with a thigh. All of them, green light, good to go. And Darnell Wright, our right tackle who missed the Raiders game with an elbow, full practice on Saturday, removed from the injury list, back in a starter. That means Ozzie Trapilo won't get his shot at right tackle. Wright's back. And that's huge for O-line continuity. But here's the only definite out: Grady Jarrett, knee injury. He's been a solid part of the D-tackle rotation, so losing him stinks. But like I said, if Booker's ready off IR, that helps plug the gap. While we're here, Travis Homer, running back, also eligible to come off IR after missing for games with a calf. Homer had a full week of practice just like Booker. If they both suit up, that's real depth coming in for both sides of the ball. So here's my question: if this team is as healthy as it looks, what excuses do we have if we lose Monday night? Can't blame injuries. Can't say we were missing key guys. Basically, the whole roster is available against a Washington squad that's 4-1 and coming in hot. I'm telling you, health matters, but execution wins games. Don't care if you've got everybody if you can't stop the run. Doesn't matter if Kyler Gordon's back if we don't put pressure on Jaden Daniels. Injuries are part of the game, but now that we're healthy, it's time to put up or shut up. And for everyone sweating Loveland, I get it. But we've got other tight ends. Got receivers who can run out of the slot. Ben Johnson's a creative OC fresh off huge success in Detroit. He'll find ways to scheme up this Washington defense no matter who's dressed. That said, I'd rather have Loveland, especially in red zone situations where his size and hands can be the difference between 6 and 3. If he's limited or out, that just puts even more on DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, and Rome Odunze to make big plays. Big plays. So let me sum up what we just broke down, because this is huge. A massive left tackle switch no one saw coming. Defensive reinforcements finally coming back after weeks out. A health report that has us basically at full strength for Monday Night Football. To me, these 3 updates make it clear exactly where this team stands at this point in the season. Ryan Poles and Ben Johnson, they're not scared to make tough calls if it helps the Bears get better. That mindset is exactly what this organization has needed for years. But here's what I want to know from you: do you think Theo Benedette can hang on to this left tackle gig all season? Do you think Kyler Gordon's return finally fixes our secondary issues? And are you worried about Colston Loveland's status for Monday night? Drop your takes in the comments. I want to know where Bears Nation's heads are at on all these changes. If you think Benedette's gonna have a breakout game Monday, hit that like button. If you think Jones still deserves the starting job, smash the like too and tell me why in the comments, because at the end of the day, we all want the same thing: seeing the Chicago Bears win. After years of average results, years of bad decisions, years of settling for less, we finally have coaches and AGM willing to do what it takes to put the best squad on the field. And look, this community isn't just a YouTube channel. We're a family of Bears fans, bleeding navy and orange, suffering through the tough years together, celebrating the highs, always backing this team no matter what. So if you're still not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button, because tomorrow, you're getting exclusive breakdowns of the Washington game. We'll break down every play, every coaching decision, every crucial moment. You can't miss that. And ring the bell for notifications. I post new stuff every single day. News, analysis, debates, everything a Bears fan needs to stay in the loop. Hear me when I say this. These are exciting times to be a Chicago Bears fan. We've got a franchise quarterback in Caleb Williams. We've got a staff that knows what they're doing. We've got a GM who's not afraid to make bold moves. And we've got an entire city hungry to see this team fight for a championship again. Monday night against Washington is our chance to make a statement, to show the NFC North the Bears are back, to prove everyone who counted us out that this franchise is building something special. Bear down, family. I'll see you in the comments and see you after the Monday game with the full breakdown. This is Miguel Morales, and as always, DA Bears.